Hey there guys, I'm back to another video. Today, let's talk about my top 5 favorite games of 2023. This has been another great year for gaming. With major surprises like Baldur's Gate 3 and home runners like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, we were spoiled with good games to fill out the year. However, I did not get a chance to play the previously mentioned home runner, and I'm not the biggest fan of RPGs. Hence, why these are my top 5 favorite games of 2023, so don't be too mad at my opinions. Here are some other games that I got a chance to play this year, but sadly didn't make my top 5. Counterattack Uprising, Bit Trip Rerunner, Bokura, Bread and Fred, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Superstars. So, let's get into my top 5. Number 5, Party Animals. Party Animals is commonly described as gang beasts, but better. That sentiment is very true, as Party Animals delivers a chaotic party experience that can be enjoyed with or against friends. There are multiple animals to choose from and so many modes stages to play. We were very surprised by how much content was in Party Animals. The goal varies from level to level, but the overall goal is to knock your opponent off the stage and be the last one standing. The first team with 3 stars will win the level. Some are better than others, but it's still a good time. The controls feel pretty good for a game like this, far more responsive than Gang Beasts, even though I haven't played that game in several years. Climbing back up ledges or grabbing enemies never gets old. The online play is very good. I didn't experience any lag or server issues during my sessions. If you're looking for a dumb, silly game to play with your group of friends, you cannot go wrong with Party Animals. I am literally in tears laughing every time I play this game. Number 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Surprisingly announced earlier this year, Nintendo has finally brought back 2D Mario in a new and fresh way. Gone are the new Super Mario Bros. Style, and now we have a much more vibrant, expressive, and wonderful Mario game. Levels are expertly designed and always introduce something new to the table. Wonder Flowers especially remakes the levels into gimmicks never before seen in a Mario game. The badge system will also make the levels different on reoccurring playthroughs. The power-ups, especially the Elephant Apple, are amazing additions to the Mario series. The Land of the Flower Kingdom allowed the team to bring in new areas and new enemies to the table. I, alongside many other gamers, have expressed their love for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It truly doesn't mess around in giving the player a fresh, new 2D Mario experience that's well worth $60. If you want more in-depth thoughts on Super Mario Bros. Wonder, you can find my review on this YouTube channel. Number 3, Sonic Dream Team. Okay, this might be a little silly to put a mobile game as my number 3, but it's Sonic the Hedgehog. The Blue Hedgehog has had his fair share of games this year, and yet Sonic Dream Team lands on top as my number 3 favorite game from the year. Yes, it's better than The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog and far more fun than Sonic Superstars. As an Apple Arcade exclusive, it's only on Apple devices like iPhones and whatnot. It takes the traditional 3D Sonic level design and makes them a bit more open. In addition, there are 6 playable characters split into 3 different types. You have the speed characters in Sonic and Amy, the flying characters with Tails and Cream, lastly the gliding characters as Knuckles and Rouge. I simply had so much fun playing a Sonic game that was 100% 3D. The level structure is fit for a mobile experience. They would remix the levels to keep them short and sweet. Sonic Dream Team is definitely not better than Super Mario Bros. Wonder in terms of being a complete game, but the way they managed to bring the first 3D Sonic game on mobile is great. It is simply a feel-good Sonic game that's bright with colors and doesn't shy away from being on mobile. If you have an Apple device that can't play Apple Arcade games, I implore you to check this game out. If you want more thoughts on Sonic Dream Team, you can check out my review on this YouTube channel. Number 2, Pikmin 4. This was one of my most anticipated games of the year, and I'm so happy they delivered. I've been waiting for a sequel to Pikmin 3 for over a decade. The real-time strategy game series is finally back on Nintendo Switch, and it's near perfect. You're tasked with finding rescue corps members as you move along to find Captain Olimar. Ochi is a fantastic addition to the Pikmin series because it makes traveling around the more open areas faster and more efficient. The caves are more streamlined and enjoyable to explore. It never felt like a chore when entering the caves like in Pikmin 2. Nintendo made sure the player enjoyed everything this game had to offer, and it's all great. The difficulty ramps up as you continue doing challenges and the like, which are not required to finish the main adventure. So, if you feel like Pikmin 4 is too easy, play the later night expeditions or the Dandori battles. There's so much this game has content-wise, you'll be playing it for over 30 hours to complete everything. This is the most polished Pikmin experience to date, and I encourage everyone, even if you haven't played a Pikmin game before, to play Pikmin 4. There's plenty of tutorials to get you up to speed within the first hour of the game. If you want my full thoughts on Pikmin 4, I have a review on this YouTube channel. Number 1, Marvel's Spider-Man 2. And I'm sure everyone saw this one coming, but yes, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 was my most anticipated game of the year, and it was amazing. From the improved gameplay mechanics to the introduction of Kraven and Venom, it was all so much fun to experience. The story is where most of Spider-Man Twitter is criticizing the game on now because no one hates Spider-Man more than Spider-Man fans. I won't be talking about spoilers, but to keep it brief, I love what they did with Harry Osborn. His introduction into the Insomniac universe is flawless, and his integration into the overall narrative works well. I can see why people may not like this version of Harry, especially with how fast the third act moves, but for what we got, I still liked it. Kraven the Hunter makes his presence known in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. He is threatening and never lets up on our Spider-Men. Peter's story is very entertaining to see him reconnect with Harry before donning the black suit. Yuri Lowenthal gives a performance that's in contention as one of the best Spider-Man actors of all time. On the other side of the story, Miles is given less to do in comparison to Peter. The black suit in the symbiote storyline is a heavy focus, which gives Miles not much to do until halfway through the adventure. Miles' later bits of the story about forgiveness and letting go was amazing. I can talk about this story all day long, even without spoilers, but I still liked what Insomniac Games were able to accomplish in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. It's not perfect, and I wish we had some more story in the third act to flesh everything out, but overall, the narrative still works in tandem with the gameplay. Speaking of, it's pretty much improved on all fronts from the previous installments. The web swinging is so much better. The web wings makes traveling around the bigger New York City map even faster. The side activities are much more satisfying and more rewarding than before. The combat has been improved by introducing a parry-sized block button and the symbiote surge. It's sad that gadgets have to take a backseat, but it makes fighting groups of enemies more confrontational as opposed to spamming all your gadgets to win the fight. Playing as both Spider-Men is flawless with loading times being non-existent. The presentation is good enough and has only improved since launch. I do still run into some glitches and visual bugs, but nothing game-breaking that can't be solved with a restart from checkpoint. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is not a flawless experience with many problems plaguing it in its presentation and story department, but I'd be lying to myself if I didn't put this as my number 1 game for the year. I had so much fun playing this massive Insomniac Spider-Man game that I loved every second of it. If you want my full spoiler thoughts on Marvel's Spider-Man 2, you can check out my review on this YouTube channel. And those are my top 5 favorite games of 2023. What are some of your favorite games from this year? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want more videos like this, consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I upload new videos on Saturdays. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at tvsonicgaming. And you can check out my podcast called The Travis and Damien Podcast. We talk about games, movies, and anime every other week. And yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. And I'll see you guys next time with more videos.